folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today I'm doing a video on 10 games no longer in my collection and why. But before I do that, before we get started, my last video was games with memorable experiences. Lewis and I did that video and had a few comments I just wanted to mention. Longtime Niner fan, he understands the home ruling thing for certain games, and I appreciate him agreeing with that. And he said if it makes a game better, why not do it? So, longtime Niner fan, thanks for agreeing on the home ruling. Mark Patuka says he plays Zilch with his in-laws and has had some memorable moments doing that. So, he's heeding my tagline about getting a board game to the table, spending time with friends and family. That's what it's all about. So, guys, before we get started, I want to ask you to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers this month. Guys, send this video to a friend. Send the link to a friend. Have them subscribe. I want to hit 500 subscribers. And if I do hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year, before December 31st, I'll do a giveaway. So you heard it right here. I'll do a giveaway. Don't know what it'll be, but we'll do a giveaway. We'll do a 500 subscriber giveaway. And we'll go from there. All right. So with all that out of the way, subscribing, liking, sharing, all that kind of stuff, let's get down to the 10 games that are no longer in my collection and why. These are in no particular order. They're just 10 games. So my number 10, or 1, whatever, is London Dread. This is a 2016 game from Gray Fox Games. 2 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes to play. And it's ranked 4,043 on Board Game Geek. Okay, London Dread is a game to where you're cooperatively going around trying to find the killer or what's going on, and you're going to different places to do that. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's just a lot of rules and things when you're trying to explain it. You have to complete these missions at certain locations. The game is not actually easy. A lot of luck involved about rolling dice and things like that. So for that reason, I didn't get it to the table very often either. So for that reason, it left my collection. Not a bad game, just couldn't get it to the table. A little hard to explain to people in game groups, a little longer to explain, and a lot of luck was in rolling the dice, trying to get those missions accomplished, and you couldn't do it real great. So the next game is Lucidity Six-Sided Nightmares. This is a 2018 game from Foxtail Games. It's a 1 to 4 player game, 20 to 30 minutes, and it's ranked 5,262 on Board Game Geek. Now, this game got into my collection because it had a solo play, right? In this game, you're rolling dice. You're trying to complete certain symbols to get certain things to fight off the nightmares or keep nightmares from happening. Once again, a lot of luck base with the dice. Not a lot of mitigation for it. It was okay solo. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. And tried to get other people to play it. Just really couldn't get a lot of people to play it. So that's why it's no longer in my collection. Lucidity Six-Sided Nightmares. The next game is Munchkin Panic. I forgot I did number them. I keep saying number. But anyway, Munchkin Panic is a 2014 Fireside Games published by them. It's 1 to 6 players, 45 to 60 minutes to play, and it's ranked 7,343. Now, in all fairness, I'm not a huge Munchkin fan, but I do like Tower Defense. I do like that. So I thought maybe I would enjoy this Munchkin-themed Tower Defense game. I found that I just didn't care for it. This game was not for me. I didn't care for the game, so the Munchkin theme didn't help for me. So that's why it's no longer in my collection. We have Pamplona Viva San Fermin. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is a 2011. It's by Geno's Games. 2 to 4 players, 45 minutes to play, and it's ranked 21,279. Now, Pamplona was a game I got in a kind of a Board Game of the Month subscription. It was not a great game. It's a bull you're running with the bulls or trying to stay away from the bulls, trying not to get trampled. It's a racing game through the streets of Pamplona. The components were cute. They had bulls, little bulls, which were cute, were cool looking. But the game wasn't that interesting to me. So that's why Pamplona Viva San Fermin is no longer in my collection. All right, Police Precinct, 2013 game from Common Man Games, 1 to 6 players. Takes about 90 minutes to play, and this game is ranked 2,385 on Board Game Geek. Now, Police Precinct, I really enjoyed this game. This game was a lot of fun. It was right up my alley. It's kind of in that same narrative of, yep, it's right over here somewhere. Flashpoint Fire Rescue, but in this one you're doing police work. I enjoyed that. There was robberies, there was traffic stuff, there's all gangs and stuff going on. Lots and lots of fun activities in this game. But I couldn't get it to the table. My wife didn't care for playing it. All my kids have grown and are moved out. I'd get to play it once in a while if they came, and we got to play it. But Police Precinct, I actually enjoyed. But I want to see the game played, and I want somebody to have some enjoyment out of it. It was just sitting on my shelf. So that's why I got rid of it, and it's no longer in my collection, and that's Police Precinct. The next game is Secrets of the Lost Tomb by Everything Epic. It's a 2015 game. It's 1 to 6 players, 120 minutes to play. It's ranked 4,288 on Board Game Geek. Now, Secrets of the Lost Tomb. Lots of rules, lots of stuff to keep up with, but it was a great game. But it's one of those games, again, I have a hard time getting it to the table. So it was long time setup. Taking down was quite a bit. If it was a little faster in the setup, a little less complicated, the game would have been better for me. I didn't have a problem playing it solo. It was okay to play solo, but if I tried to play with other people, it was complicated trying to explain everything that you had to do on your turn. It was just something that didn't work out for me. So that's why Secrets of the Lost Tomb is not in my collection. Did enjoy the game, though. All right, let's go to Tragedy Looper. Tragedy Looper is a 2011 game. Z-Man Games. 2 to 4 players, 120 minutes to play. It's ranked 978. Now, this game was a mess for me. Trying to explain it and to figure out the rule book was a problem. Maybe on my part. I don't know. I've heard good things about this game. It's ranked 978. It's at least in the top, 1,000 games. But it just fell flat for me. I did not enjoy Tragedy Looper. It was just a little convoluted. I don't know. Going to this location, you're going to this location trying to stop a bad guy, but you're doing it through loops and you have to go back. And yeah, it was a mess. I didn't care for it. Tragedy Looper is no longer in my collection because maybe it was just me. All right, so now, Red 7. Red 7 is a 2014 game by Asmodee Games. 2 to 4 players. Takes about 5 to 30 minutes to play. 874 ranking on BGG. Red 7's an okay game. I don't have a problem with it. In this game, you have to have the winning condition at the end of your turn. So if you're winning at the end of the turn, then you get to stay in the round. But if you're not, you're out. You lose. It's not a bad game. It's just something that my family didn't enjoy playing. So that's why Red 7 is no longer in my collection. They didn't like it as well as they do some of the other card games that we play. So it had to go. A lot of times I trade these games off, sell them, give them away, whatever. Because some people may enjoy them more than me, and why sit on the shelf and draw dust if I'm not going to play them? Why not pass them on to somebody that does, trade them off to somebody that will play them? So Red 7 is no longer in my collection. The next one is the Red Dragon Inn, 2007 game from Slugfest Games, 2 to 4 players, 45 minutes to play. This game is ranked 1,830. Now, the Red Dragon Inn, it's a drinking game. You're adventurers, you've been out doing your adventuring, you come back to the tavern to tell your tales and tell the tale, yeah, you know what I mean, about your adventure. So you're drinking and you're trying not to be drunk or get drunk and be out of the game. Not a theme I'm super excited about. So now they have one called something Red Dragon Gray Point, Gray something. That's an adventure game that I think, or kind of a cooperative game, deck building game that I think I'd be interested in. But the Red Dragon Inn just didn't do it for me. Not a horrible game, just not a theme that I was into. That's why the Red Dragon Inn is no longer in my collection. Now this game here is the highest rank on BGG. It's Destinies. It's a 2021 made in 2021 by Lucky Duck Games. 1 to 3 players, 90 to 150 minutes to play. This game is ranked 340 on BGG. Now Destinies, absolutely love the game. The 1 to 3, the 3-player count, it stops at 3, was a little odd to me, but I understand. Once I started playing the game, you couldn't put too much in there because everybody has their own destiny they're trying to get to. I thought it was a fantastic game, but I completed the destiny, what come in the box, and I just didn't feel like getting any kind of expansions for it. I played what it was. I enjoyed it. And so I traded it off, and that's why Destinies is no longer in my collection. Great game, just no longer in my collection. So those are the games that are no longer in my collection. What games should I have kept that you think I made a mistake getting rid of? What games have you gotten rid of? And tell me if you agree with this list or not. Maybe the reasons I had were not right. Tell me why I should have kept them, and give me a comment. Guys, please, I'm asking please, subscribe to this channel. Get me to 500 subscribers. You guys pass this along. I would appreciate it. And guys, as I always say, get a board game to the table. Spend time with your friends and your family. And thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game.